Good evening, everyone. My name is Odester. For those who are new, my Odester Eats. Today, we're going to be making an amazing dish with Imagery's Pinot Noir. We're going to be pairing that. We're doing a garlic parmesan lamb chops, garlic herbed potatoes with a side of green beans. This meal is definitely flavorful, soulful, and it's going to be amazing, especially because we have this amazing Pinot Noir from Imagery Winery. The flavors, the jammy strawberry, the cherry, the boysenberry, it's a total enhancement, and it's going to just elevate our meal today. So before, like Brandon said, pop your bottle, let's pour it up, and let's just enjoy today's cooking engagement. So, and I like to say, when you are cooking, you should drink, just a little bit, and it's, you're bringing love. You're bringing love to the food. So keep that here, and let's go ahead and get started. But cheers first. And definitely you can literally taste the jammy strawberry and the cherries in this. So this is really, really, really good. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and start first with our mashed potatoes and our string beans. I like to say, let's just start with what's going to cook the longest. First, I have the string beans. I actually got these from a local farmer. So I love to use fresh ingredients when I am cooking. So what you want to do is get a saucepan, fill that up with about 1 cup of water, as well as chicken stock. You can use everything, use all of it. And then we'll go ahead and add that into the bowl. So let's go ahead. And I'm used to cooking for myself, so but I like to make big dishes. So this one is definitely hearty, and it will feed the family. All right, and then once we add that in, I'm gonna head and pull out our smoked turkey. You can use different variations of smoked turkey. I actually got the smoked wings, and then I chopped them up, chopped the meat off the bones, as well as you can get smoked turkey neck bones. I know some folks like those. So whatever one that you were able to get, because definitely with the holidays coming, smoked meats are extremely hard to get right now. So whatever one you got, it'll work. So we're actually gonna pour that into our string beans as well. We're gonna add butter. I love butter. The more butter, the better. So let's go ahead, 3 tablespoons of that. More if you want to. And then let's go ahead and add our onions. These are thinly sliced sweet onions, and you can just go ahead and add those in there. And really, I know sometimes sweet onions are hard to get, so whatever onion you have will work with this. The instructions, while we did share them, they're just instructions. So you can always change, flip things. It's, whatever works for you is my motto. Next, we're going to get to those potatoes. You'll want to do about 3 to 4 russet potatoes, or you can do Yukon, or again, whatever works for you. You want to peel those, rinse them off and peel them, and then chop those into about 4/4 each. And here's an example of the ones that I have already cut. And then we just add that right here into our saucepan. And each of these saucepans, I actually added salt to both of them. I always say, season your water. It starts from the water. So let's go ahead and add those in. Right, and we'll let that cook off. We'll let the potatoes cook for about 30 minutes. The string beans, we'll let that cook for about 45 minutes. The goal is definitely to get it done before the end of class. So let's go ahead. We'll let those cook off. Y'all, take a sip, it's time. Mm. So again, as I was telling you all, this wine it tastes amazing. I've actually had the opportunity to taste this for probably about a good 2 to 3 months, and it's a staple now in my household. We love it. We enjoy it. We pair it with so many meals. I've actually made a chicken parmesan dish. This Pinot Noir tastes amazing with it. I've had steak, tastes amazing with it. I did a truffle dish, amazing with it. So this wine will literally pair with anything very well. And outside the Pinot Noir, they also have other wines as well, the Chardonnay, the Cab, the Sauvignon Blanc. So I've actually been able to try all four of them, and I loved all of them. So definitely it goes well. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? Cheers. So now we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna start on these lamb chops. They're beautiful. I love good lamb chops. And what we're gonna do first with these, we're gonna season them, salt them up. I feel like, salt, it's amazing. And good quality salt goes a long way. And then this dish is going to taste amazing with our Pinot Noir wine. I mean, to me, the wine is the star and the food is just here to, a great sidekick. So that was the salt. We're gonna go ahead and add garlic and onion powder. And as we all know, garlic and onion powder goes on everything. So let's go ahead and season that. I say you can season these liberally with the salt and the onion and garlic pepper. So don't be scared. Just season them and let the seasons get in there, because we definitely wanted to get into this meat, should get into the bone. Actually, that's the goal. Because if the bone don't taste good, what are you doing? All right, and so we've seasoned these with the salt, the garlic and onion powder, and we're just gonna give that a good little rub down all the way from the bone all the way to the meat. Yes, let that thing do its thing. All right, we're gonna go ahead and put that to the side. Let me rinse my hands, guys. Cleanliness is next to godliness, as my mom would say. So now we're gonna make our sauce or our rub for the lamb chops. I am a truffle girl. I love truffles. I love something about it. It's super decadent, super rich. Just it's a great flavor, and it pairs perfectly with our wine today. Truffles pair perfectly with Pinot Noir. So let's go ahead. The sauce that we're going to be making, it does have rosemary, parsley, which is that I started that off, as well as fresh garlic. And I have about, probably about 8 to 9, 10 cloves. I love garlic, but we're not going to use all of these. All right, and then we have our truffle oil. I know I told everyone in the instructions you could use black truffle, summer black truffle. I saw it at Fresh Market as well as Wegmans. So for those who haven't or were interested in finding it, but maybe they weren't able to find the actual truffle, those are some sources you can go to. But of course, truffle oil is always readily available. So we're gonna add the truffle oil in there, as well as our diced onions. Oop. And I basically took one onion, cut it in half, and then used one half for this dish that we're going to be making, for the sauce we're going to be making. So just pour that in your grinder. I have a little ninja. She's been faithful. She's been faithful to me. We've been through some things together, but definitely. And a regular blender will work too, guys. You can use the blender that you use for smoothies. That works perfectly as well. So you don't have to have like the most or the greatest technology, kitchen resources per se. As long as it grinds. I mean, shoot, I've seen some people take the porcelain bowls and just use you know, crush it that way. So whatever works for you. Basically, I always say, you know, the instructions are the instructions, but there's always ways, you know, to do something that's not necessarily the instructions that was given to you. And let's definitely, what you want to do is chop this up super finely. And then you're going to add this in. I have probably about 3 to 4 sprigs of the parsley. And then I have about 4 or 5 of the rosemary. With the rosemary, you can just actually throw those in there. Take off the bottom of the stalk. We don't want that in there. But definitely you can just throw those right on in there. If there's any, you know, stalks that you feel are a little bit too thick, just peel them off and throw it away. Gonna add more of that parsley in there. And the rosemary was amazing. I love the smell. I just love the smell of fresh herbs. Like there's nothing like it, honestly. Smells amazing. Like a kitchen garden. Next, we're gonna add in our truffle oil, or if you were able to get fresh black truffles, then you can just cut thin slices of that, probably 5 to 6 thinly sliced black truffles off of one, because it is a very pungent and very strong flavor. So if you're not used to it, let's just do 5 to 6. If you like it like I do, I'd probably just throw the whole thing in there. But it pairs well with this dish, so you can't go wrong with it, regardless if you do 5 or 6 or if you do a lot. So definitely pour in your truffle oil if you're using that, or add in the black truffles. And then next we did our garlic, our onions. Yes. And then if you want to, I know this was an instruction, but we're going to add a little butter in this, okay? I can't help it. I can't help it. I love butter. So just probably like 1 tablespoon. Add in that little butter in there. And then what we're going to do next is you want to blend this till it is a very smooth sauce texture. So let's go ahead and do that now. Again, if you have a blender, you can use a blender. I know they have the blenders where you can use it manually and twirl it. So those are just other options as well. Whatever works for you and gets the job done. Do that now. It's going, guys. But while that's twirling, let's drink. Let's check on that. So right now, y'all can see it's a little choppy. You can see the onions and the garlic still. So we want a smoother texture. So what I'm going to actually do is add in more oil to this to get it to that texture that we want it to be. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back on, guys, and let's get to where we need.
Hey, Odester, this is Yvette. Did you say that you wanted to add more oil if it wasn't? You added more oil in it?
So I added in the black truffle. So the question was, what oil did I add? And I added the black truffle oil. So you can either do black truffle oil if you weren't able to get the truffles, or if you have the black truffles, then you just add EVO oil. Sorry, I forgot to add that piece in. So if you had the black truffles, you slice 5 or 6 of those in there, and then you add in EVO oil for your liquidy substance to get this sauce.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Okay, we almost there. We're almost there, guys. I'm gonna add a little bit more oil to mine. All right. Okay. Oh, we talking now. Y'all. Here's the sauce. It's got a little seeped a little bit. Here it is. As you can see that liquidy, ooh, that liquidy texture from it. And then what we're gonna do next after this actually is we're gonna add in a little bit of salt because you wanna season your sauces still, to me. So you can go ahead and add in probably about 4 to 5, just 4 to 5 teaspoons. Well, let's see. I don't really do a lot of measurements, guys. It's more like I just smell it and feel it. But just probably 3 to 4 shakes of your salt. You don't want to make it over salty, but you definitely want to make sure that you do season your sauce. So just about 4 to 5 shakes will probably work. And then I'm actually going to blend it one more time to make sure we get that salt factor in now. All right, all right, all right. Ooh, Lord, it done spilled a little bit, y'all, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, and then this is your sauce. This is the final volume. Smells amazing. You can smell the fresh herbs, you can smell the garlic, you can smell the truffle oil or the fresh truffle if you were able to get that, as well as that salt. I mean, it really smells amazing. This, like, it's one of my, I've actually, since I've been thinking about this dish, I've been actually making this sauce on other things. So I've been using it for like omelets, steaks, all sorts of things, even a salad. Because I feel like you can, if it tastes good on everything, then you know you have a winner. And what you want to do with this sauce is pour it directly right onto your lamb chops. I say do all of it, but you know, whatever works for you. And then once you pour those onto your lamb chops, just, you know, massage some things, you know, let them know you care for them. So just rub that in and rub it down to the bone, all the way to the bone. These things are going to be so good. Let me go ahead and wash my hands real quick, guys. Sorry. It gets a little messy, but definitely it is very much worth it. So I know y'all have to wash your hands too. So come on back when you're ready. And let's finish, you know, another sip. So now we have our cast iron pan. I love a cast iron pan. You don't have to have a cast iron pan to make this, but this is, I call her my old faithful. She's small. She knows what she's doing though. And I love these. I've been able to season this cast iron pan for a lot. Yeah, you can use EVO oil. That's so if you weren't able to find black truffle oil, you can use regular EVO oil. Like it doesn't have to be black truffle. That's just more like, I love black truffle, and truffle really pairs well with Pinot Noir. So that's why I wanted to add it to this dish. But if you were just making this anytime regularly, this sauce, you can use EVO oil. That is fine for this dish. So you don't have to use black truffle. Thank you for the question, guys. So now we're gonna turn up the heat on this cast iron pan. Let's do a little, about 5. Hold on now. There we go. There we go. Let's turn it on to probably about a good 5. And we're gonna let this actually sit and marinate while our pan heats up. And then let's go ahead over here and check on our string beans and our potatoes. Right. Got my handy dandy spoon. For those who know, this red spoon goes with me everywhere. So I feel like, you know, your spoon is seasoned. It has all the seasons that you've done over the time. So it definitely, I don't know, it catches that flavor. That's what the old heads say. So this is my red handy dandy spoon right here. And man, this, whoo, y'all, these string beans smell amazing. Amazing. Let's check on these potatoes. Okay. Those are going. They almost done. They almost there, y'all. They almost there. And I know some people's stoves are hotter than others. So if you feel like your potatoes, because you want the potatoes to get to a soft, mushy consistency, because we're going to mash these at the end of the day. So if your pan, you know, if your stove is a little bit hotter and you notice that your potatoes are ready beforehand, just go ahead and take them off and, strain them. That's okay to do now, because I do know some folks' stoves are a little bit hotter than others. Oh, that's a little. Try now. Okay, and so you want like a nice hot pan. You don't want it over hot, but you want it just hot enough so that when we put these lamb chops in there, it's going to have a nice sear on them. So we're going to get that about probably 1 to 2 more minutes. And then next, if you're empty, fill it back up or keep, taking a sip of your Imagery Pinot Noir. Just a quick FYI for those who may ask or want to know, go to the Imagery Winery website to find out where you can find this wine sold at. It is definitely amazing, but definitely go to the Imagery website if you are wanting to know where you can purchase this at. I love that. I love to educate the people. So, just to give y'all a little bit more about this wine, this Pinot Noir, it has natural layers of jammy strawberry, cherry, boysenberry, and then they enhance it with oak. And then, just to add, a little bit extra to that, they put 5% Petit Verdot in it. And if you ever research Petit Verdot, it's a very upper echelon wine. So there you can tell they're really taking the time to create and to provide an amazing wine that anyone will like, all palates, and they're consciously putting together great wines that flavorfully taste well, and it's just amazing, y'all. So just wanted to give y'all a little background on that. Your pan at this point should be hot. So if it is, let's go ahead and start these lamb chops in there. Ooh, yes. Oh yeah, they ready. And interesting, since I've had my son, I actually like reds way more than I like whites. So this was like a great addition to my wine collection. I don't know. I know they say some people, once they have a baby, their taste buds change. So like this Pinot Noir, as soon as I tasted it, I was like, whoa, this is amazing. So definitely, y'all, it's the flavors are just spot on. I had to rinse my hand real quick. Yes, I'm one of those. If I put my hand in something, I have to immediately wash my hand. All right, so now we got our lamb chops in there. Those things are searing. And with the lamb chops, I like to say whatever temperature you want to cook it at is important, because I know everyone likes their lamb chops cooked to a certain temperature, just like steaks. So well, medium, whatever works for you at this point. So that's just important to say. I know some people like it well done, some people don't. Ooh, yes. Some things is going, y'all. Some things is going. So what we want to do while we're cooking this is you want to add in your butter. Yes, butter. It works. Okay. It works. Ooh, yes. Yes, that's oh Jesus. Y'all see that butter in there doing its thing. It is just adding extra flavor. And while that's cooking up, go ahead and get your thyme, guys. This time, actually, I have a thyme plant. So I pull the thyme off the plant and chop it up and, bring it, if I'm going somewhere, if I'm going to cook something, I like to bring it with me. So interesting fact, but we're going to take some of the sprigs, take some of the, and these were rinsed off. I rinsed these off, just to let y'all know, they're not just straight fresh from the ground. But actually, you don't even have to take these off. So you probably about 2 or 3, however, works for you. And once we flip these lamb chops over, we're going to throw the thyme in there and we're going to baste that and just get that flavor moving. So let me go ahead and get my mitt in real quick because y'all know these cast iron pans are hot. It's a habit of mine, so I always put my handles to this side because my baby, he's walking now. So, well, not walking, but he's climbing on everything, and I always got to put everything away from him. Yes, yes. Lamb chops got that sear on them, y'all. Yes, that thing looks amazing. And now we're gonna throw in that thyme. Yes. Oh man. Smells good, y'all. The steak smells good. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, y'all. And so I'm old school. I'm gonna take a little spoon and we're just gonna start. Don't be scared, that sauce start popping, that grease start popping. That's just love. And just baste the lamb chops. Get that butter and that oil mixture all in there. Get it on the bone, get it on the meat. Just make sure you baste it all over. It's interesting because I saw this like years ago. Because I'm a home chef, I'm a home cook chef. So I just like to research and watch and learn. And so I remember one time I was probably like 17 or 18 and I saw a chef do this. And I was like, why are you basting this? I had asked him and he was like, because it puts flavor back into it. I was like, really? And my mom, she let me order the steak that he had been, that I saw him cook. And I was like, oh, Jesus. Okay. That's what it is. So yes, a good base is always important. All right, let's check on these. Yes, string beans is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Let's check on these potatoes. Sorry, y'all. Oh man. So I usually season mine. I do, well, how I do mine is I like to oil it, and then within that oil mixture, I add my seasonings in there. And then I'll add like a little salt. Put some garlic in there. I love a little smoked paprika. I love smoked paprika. So if y'all haven't tried it, try that. It's amazing. And then I just literally just rub my pan with it. I rub it and I rub it and I rub it. And that's how I season mine. Thank you for the question, guys, on how do I season my cast iron pan. All right, these things right here, they cooking, y'all. Ooh, yes. Oh my. So I get excited when the food starts smelling like it's smelling and you seeing what you're seeing. Yes. Mm. I told myself next year I'm gonna have to take a trip to Imagery Winery. Make that maybe like a mom free vacation and go up there because definitely I I've checked it out, the winery online, and they have a lot of dope artwork. You know, they like to say, you know, with their wine, they are creating artwork. And so definitely they have an art house there. But then on top of that, I mean, look at this. Look at this bottle. You can tell they care about what they're doing. And then the flavors and the ingredients, it's just, it is art. I mean, winery is an art. If you know anything about making wines and the process and the time it takes to make some of these wines, sometimes, I mean, whew, it is an artwork, and it takes love. It takes love for real. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead. Ooh, child. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Some things is looking right. They looking right. Do one more flip on these. And let's check these mashed potatoes real quick. And just a little bit more. We can take these out. And just a quick FYI, guys, for those who are doing like double chops, those take a little bit longer as well. So if you do have so basically when I say a double chop, it is one lamb chop that has 2 bones. So 2 of these together in one, they do take a little bit longer to cook. So just a FYI, if you do not like your lamb chops rare, just to let you know. I'm just throwing in this last lamb chop right here. Let's throw in, actually, I'm not gonna even throw in any more time because it already has the flavor and everything from the pan of the first one. And this one probably cook a little bit faster. Oh yeah. All right, but you can definitely add in more butter. Ain't no such thing as too much butter. This so far what the lamb chops are looking like. I mean, they look a beauty. They look beautiful. Okay. Okay. Yes. Love how they look. Just letting that butter get all in there. And I like to use unsalted butter, just the flavor tastes, I like the flavor of unsalted butter. And then on top of that, if you are concerned from like a health perspective, I mean, butter is butter, but unsalted is just a little bit better health wise. So cheers, guys. That's about to hit, y'all. That's about to hit. Checking up on these string beans. Oh, Lord. They are looking amazing. Amazing. And they smell good. That smoked turkey, y'all. That smoked turkey with that chicken stock is bringing it together. Let's make sure this is right. Put that on over. Yes. Checking this pan with the potatoes. And so once you take your lamb chops out, what you're going to do is get that Parmesan cheese, freshly shredded or whatever works for you, and just, put that thing on over it just a little bit, just like that. Ooh, yes. Yes. I love cheese. I could literally eat cheese by itself, but just a little sprinkle goes a long way, especially with a fresh grated or shredded Parmesan cheese. You don't need a lot of it. I initially have put it in the pan, but then I was like, "Ooh, no, that burns." So I like to just sprinkle it right on top as soon as I'm done taking it out the pan. So our string beans, guys, those are basically, they're like probably like about 5 more minutes left on that. The mashed potatoes, if they're boiling and they're soft, you can, and what you want to do to check the softness of your potatoes, just take a fork and just put it right in one of those potatoes. If it goes through clean with no problems and comes out smooth, your potatoes are ready. If it's a little hard, give it a little bit more time. So probably about 10 to 15 minutes, I would say, is probably around, well, depending on how hot your stove can get. That's a big, I like to say that just because everyone's stoves are different. And so the food can cook differently for everyone. But I would say about 10 to 15 minutes on each side gives you like a little bit of red. So that's probably like medium well. But for well done, you could probably do about a good 20 minutes on each side, low cook. You don't want to, if you're going to do this, if you're going to do it hot, then you're wanting like a medium well. But if you're wanting well done, probably just put on a little bit low and let it cook on each side for 20 minutes. That's if you have a single chop. If you got a double chop, it takes a little bit longer to me from what I've seen, which is why I prefer single chops personally. And this is, sorry guys, if you're wanting to know when is your lamb chops ready from without cutting them. So let me rewind that back. For you to know that your lamb chops are ready without cutting them, if it's a single chop, 10 to 15 minutes on each side will give you medium to medium well. A little bit of red in there, not too much red, but a little bit, just enough, still a little texture, a little softness to it. I like it. But if you're wanting well done, then probably about a good 20 minutes on each side, and that's for a single chop. For double chops, because they are thicker, it's a lot more that has to get cooked through, then I would say probably about maybe 25 minutes longer. And that's especially, depending on the type of pan you're using as well. So definitely understanding the pan that you're using, like this, because I want them at medium well, medium for me. I can cook it high and it'll be, it's done on each side, 10 to 15. So thank you for your question. Add a little bit more love. Yes, yes, yes. Sorry, y'all. Excited. I'm excited. All right. So the question is, can your lamb chops be cooked on the grill if you don't have a cast iron? And that is for sure. Them lamb chops are going to taste amazing on the grill. Okay. So do not let that steer you away if you do not have a cast iron pan, or, don't have a pan, whatever it be. Or if you're a griller. I know some people, they will grill everything and anything in 20-degree temp, coldness and don't care. These lamb chops will taste amazing on the grill. And they're going to taste even more amazing on the grill with that Pinot Noir. Okay. Okay. So thank you for that question. Ooh, dang, it's slippery. Yes. Then go ahead and take that bad boy out. Oh, yes. Yeah. Turn this off. And again, these cast irons get hot. So yes, I have a mitten to cover my hands and protect them. So just a FYI for those who didn't know, have that. The old school moms, they can touch anything without no gloves on. That's how my mom is. My mom will pull out a whole baked chicken that's been sitting on 400 in the oven, and she'll just use her bare hands. Like, okay, mom, okay. I can't do that. So, but yes, definitely sprinkle that with a little bit of that Parmesan cheese. And for those, who are, if you're lactose tolerant or don't like cheese, you don't have to add the cheese up there. Because really the focal points of this is that truffle that we use. And the lamb chop itself is going to go great with the Pinot Noir. So for those who like do have to have Parmesan for this dish. I mean, it's a garlic Parmesan lamb chop, but if you're lactose tolerant or you don't like cheese at all, or maybe it's just not something you're currently eating as cheese, you don't have to use it. Just to let y'all know. It's my sister. She doesn't eat cheese at all. I'm a cheese lover. Ooh, yes. Ooh, child. Sorry. Ooh, child. When you hear me say, ooh, child, that means that thing is hitting. Yes. All right, guys. We coming around the corner, y'all. We coming. I'm gonna go ahead and actually move these off of here. I'm gonna move this here. Turn that off. And show y'all how these string beans look. Okay. And yes, I do have the smoke. So I told y'all I took all the meat off the bone of the smoked turkey. And yes, I did put the bone in the smoked turkey because the bone has flavor. Because it's already been smoked, the flavor's already in there. So don't waste anything, as as my mom would say, don't waste it. So these are your string beans. This is how to look. And you got the smoked meat, you got the onions in there. I mean, chow. Yeah. It's hitting, y'all. It is hitting. So now the last little bit, well, for me, the last bit is the mashed potatoes. So we're gonna finish those off. For your string beans, you can just strain them with a spoon. Because for me, I like to, when I take these, when I put in the refrigerator or I have leftovers, I keep the juice. Because that juice is going to taste even better the next day and the day after that and the day after that. So you don't have to strain out the juice like you would maybe like, when you're boiling noodles or something. Even then, you're not supposed to take all the pasta water out anyway. So keep the water, keep the juice. Yes. You can just, do a little spoon like that and you can plate them. But we're going to wait for the potatoes, y'all. Oh, Jesus. Y'all see that bone? Yeah. Smells like Thanksgiving in here, guys. With a little bit of Imagery Pinot Noir. How y'all coming along with y'all dishes, though? How's the lamb chops going? Are they coming along? How the mashed potatoes coming? And quick FYI, I know we sent the instructions out while y'all are answering. For the potatoes, once they get to where they need to be, strain these. You got to strain these. Strain these potatoes out. Add in some milk. I would say probably about fill this whole thing up with milk, guys, and throw it on in there. Then you're gonna whip that up. You're gonna mash some potatoes up. I got a masher, y'all, so I'm excited. But if you don't have a masher, old school, use your fork and get in there because the potatoes have been cooked all the way anyways to a mashing texture. So this isn't going to be hard for you to do if you have to use a fork. But once those are whipped up, throw in your roasted garlic, chop up the dill, chop up your fresh parsley, toss it on in there, add in 7 tablespoons of butter. That's basically a whole thing of this, all right? Just probably 1 tablespoon off. So, but you can just throw in the whole thing, whip that up. Let's go ahead. Let's plate this while we're doing this. But yeah, once you do that, whip all that together. Whip all of that together. Season it for taste. Everyone's taste buds are different. So and when I say season, you're going to add salt. That's all you need to add is your salt. And fresh cracked black pepper as well. Oh, yes, y'all. This thing coming along. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see. All right. These is good. All right. We about to make it do what it do, y'all.
Odester, I'm sorry. I missed the beginning when you cooked the string beans. How much of the chicken stock did you add in?
So the question was, how much of the chicken stock did I add into the string beans, and I added basically the whole entire container. And then I did 2 cups of water.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for the question. Appreciate it. All right. Whole milk. Whole milk does the body good when we mash these potatoes. It's interesting. I don't really drink milk, but I use it for, for cooking purposes. All right, guys, let me see. Y'all can see what we're doing here. Move this right here. Here's the potatoes. Here's that milk. As you can see, it's not a lot of milk because we don't want it to be soupy. We just want it to get that soft, creamy texture to mash it up. So mash. And again, you can use a fork if you need to. Nothing wrong with using a fork, guys. You got to do what you got to do. I will say the smasher is a lot easier. All right, smash that up. So what you want to do, your roasted garlic, which I know in the instructions I had communicated that you guys should do the roasted garlic before the class, just because roasted garlic can take a little bit of time. So, and all you got to do once you cook that, you just squeeze it on in. Just squeeze all that garlic. Get all that garlic out. Get it all out. All right. Oh, little skin never does the body good, but let me wash my hands, y'all. Sorry. Right. You got that roasted garlic in there. Let's mash that. Mash that roasted garlic, y'all. I love garlic. Garlic, you can't go wrong with garlic. I'm sorry. It is an amazing flavor. I'm actually just gonna throw in the whole entire butter. Just throw the whole butter away, guys. Throw it away into the dish. Boop. But if you want to, definitely just cut it up. Cut it up in slices and then just throw it in there. And that way, if you feel that's easier for you, you don't have to just throw the whole thing away. All right, next, what you want to do, take your dill, fresh dill, take your fresh parsley, take those off the stalk. And this also, dill is a very strong flavor. I love dill, but you don't have to put a lot in there if you don't want to. But just probably about 3-4 of these, and then chop them up. Chop that parsley up, chop that dill up, chop, 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 till it's a very smooth, fine texture. I be seeing the chefs like on chopped and stuff. They be like, man, I wish, but I get the job done. All right, so that's that, and then fresh cracked black pepper. Yes, I love black pepper. I like to put a lot in there, me personally. Get your salt. What you gonna do next? She's gonna whip that up. You gonna whip that up. Yes. Oh yeah. Them things is looking how they supposed to be looking, y'all. And also potatoes are really good for kids too. Like, like my baby, we're doing solid, so he eats these potatoes. So yes, once that's doing what it's doing. Oh yes. All right, guys. Let's plate this. Let's plate this. Let's plate this. And Yes, I got a little juice from the lamb chop. So that means you're doing something, when you got that juice still there. And you gotta, they say make it pretty. Make it pretty, y'all. So lay that right there. Ooh, and then you got that thyme still in there. And then, ooh, y'all. We doing it, what it do, what it do. Here it is, guys. Here it is. Here it is. Yes. We got the lamb chops, garlic parmesan lamb chops with your garlic herb mashed potatoes with your string beans. And yes, I say string beans, but these are regular string beans. So, ooh, and you already know, we got to try it. We got to try it, y'all. So, ooh, yeah. Sorry. Let's go ahead. Ooh, child. And y'all see that? A little red to it, which is perfectly how I wanted it. For me personally, because I love it, still has that juice. You don't, whatever is your preference, but definitely important not to overcook your lamb chops. So, of course, I gotta get a little bit of that mashed potatoes. Just try it out. Y'all already know. Y'all already know. You already know how we coming. Let's go. Let's try these string beans real quick. Perfect. Perfect. Getting things fresh, that always enhances the flavor. And like, you don't necessarily need to add a whole bunch of salt or a whole bunch of stuff, because the string beans, we have the smoked turkey, but we did keep these kind of basic, simple in a sense of how we made them. But definitely amazing. Love them. This dish popping, and with the Pinot Noir. Hey, hold on. That's it. That's it, y'all. That's it. That's the one. That's the one. That's the one. But do you guys have any questions for me? I know we're a little bit over the time, but do we have any questions or anything? One of my question is, what is one of my favorite spots to source fresh ingredients? And that is definitely the farmer's market. I'm located in the Hampton Road 757 area. So we have several different farmers markets where you can go to look in to get your fresh string beans, your fresh meat, your lamb chops, your potatoes, your garlic, your thyme, your dill, like everything is there and it's locally sourced. And you're helping your community out too on top of that when you're shopping at farmers market. So every Saturday there's different ones in Hampton Roads anyways. Most fun and memorable? Question is, what is one of my most memorable cooking experiences? And definitely one was when I actually was able to cook about 50 plates for our homeless population in the Hampton Roads area. And that was actually a super great experience, especially because they were so thankful and grateful, and they weren't, they were just thank you, like the time that you put into this. And it really, I love to give back. If you're not giving back, what are you doing? So that was a great experience to be able to give back and to provide like really good cooking to people who need it, because everyone deserves great things and great food. But a favorite kitchen tool, man. You already know how I'm coming. My favorite kitchen tool is this red spoon. I'm telling y'all, like, it's one of my favorite kitchen tools. It can go in gravy, sauces, hot oil. I mean, it really works really well. But after that, then I would definitely say my Ninja blender. It's small, it's compact. I can take it with me places, and it really can just mix things super quickly without a lot of mess as well. So that's one of my favorite. Those are some of my favorite kitchen tools. And I love a deep fryer because I love to fry. I don't do air fryers. We do deep frying. All right, guys. So definitely thank you all for the opportunity. Thank you all for taking time out of your day, out of your night to come make this dish. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Show us your dishes. We want to see them. Shoot it to us. Also, we have our final cooking class November 9th with Chef Tia. So definitely check her out. I will be in attendance because I'm super excited to see what she's going to be making. As well as if you are interested in purchasing Imagery Winery, go to their website, check them out and see where you can purchase their wines. And then also look out for an email that will have a replay of this class, that will have post survey, and also definitely sign up for that sweepstakes because it's an opportunity. So definitely sign up for that. And thank you so much, guys. Again, send us those pictures. We want to see those pictures. And you all have a great night and be safe.